the Development and Finance Committee meeting for the Housing Opportunities Commission of Montgomery County. Today is Tuesday, October 21st, 2025. I'm Commissioner Jeff Merkowitz. I am joined today by Commissioners Robin Solomon and Jonathan Miller, as well as HOC staff. The first item on our agenda today is the approval of the minutes from our meeting from October 1st. Is there a motion to approve those?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The minutes are approved. The item on our agenda after that then is an addition of a new participating lender in our our single family mortgage purchase program. And I will turn it over to President Chelsea Andrews for discussion.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the committee, the HOC team, and members of the public. I want to make a point of clarification. In the committee meeting, this is actually not a consent item. So as we move this topic for today, this is deliberation. We will present the full material here, and our request would be that as it advances to the full commission, that at that time it would be deemed a consent item. Needless to say, this is a housekeeping item that does come before the committee and the board on an ongoing basis as we continue to attract and work with various lenders in our single-family mortgage purchase program. I would like to turn it over, to Michael Somerville, our Vice President of Mortgage Finance, to provide you with further information related to this request.
Thank you, President Andrews, and good morning, Commissioners. For the record, my name is Michael Somerville, Vice President of Mortgage Finance. For our single-family mortgage purchase program lenders, there's several qualifications they must fulfill. The lender may not be a mortgage broker, and they can close the loans in their own company name. The lender is an FHA-approved seller servicer and have FHA direct endorsement approval. And they must also be a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac approved seller servicer for originating conventional product. So in addition to that, they are required to be approved by U.S. Bank, who is our trustee. In addition, we look at our lenders to be able to have origination experience in single family tax exempt bond programs, have committed to lending toward eligible borrowers within the MPP approved income and sales limits, as well as the ability to accommodate non-English speaking, hearing impaired, and disabled applicants in the offices that will be originating HOC loans and have acceptable fees to HOC. This morning I'm presenting United Bank. They have applied to participate in our single-family mortgage purchase program. United Bank was founded in 1839.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mike. I just want to make sure as we follow what's on the screen, is there anything that we should ask?
Scroll to the next page, please. Sorry, my apologies. So United Bank was founded in 1839, has 240 locations located in 8 states, as well as the District of Columbia. Their wholly owned subsidiary, United Bank Shares, which is a bank holding company that is dual headquartered both in Charleston, West Virginia, as well as in Washington, D.C. United Bank is a state member bank and is regulated by the Federal Reserve System and reported total assets of June 30th, 2025 of $32.7 billion, and is classified as well capitalized by regulatory capital standards. United Bank has 4 branches located in Montgomery County. They're located in Bethesda, Chevy Chase, Rockville, and Friendship Heights. United Bank is an approved Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, and VA lender and supports first-time homebuyer programs within the states they are licensed to operate. United Bank participates in first-time homebuyer programs in 5 states, including DHCD, which is Maryland's mortgage purchase program. In addition to our standard review for a new lender admittance to the MPP, staff reviewed information available from the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, nationwide multi-state licensing system, and the Maryland Office of Financial Regulation, and noted several minor complaints resulting in no regulatory enforcement actions against United Bank or United Bank shares. That is all the prepared comments I have, and I'll open up any questions that the commissioners may have.
Are there any questions from the
Just to
commission?
express my appreciation for checking the NMLS system, specifically mentioning it in this material. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mike, you had a lot more to say than you did the last meeting.
If there are no additional questions or commentary, is there a motion to support the staff's recommendation and send this to the full commission?
So moved.
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The motion is approved. The next item on our agenda is discussion of new potential members to our research, policy, planning, and zoning pool. And again, I will turn this over to President Andrews.
Yes, thank you. Commissioners, as you know, we have multiple pools that we utilize to help provide support to our various divisions. In particular, today we're discussing a pool that's available for our real estate division that helps to advance our work. This is a pool that, or a procurement that was issued prior to our new procurement policy. So I want to be clear that this was prior to our last policy, but it does afford an opportunity for us to bring additional consultants into our pool. In the future, we'll evaluate whether we want to go back out and allow for an open pool, because right now, once we make these decisions, this will be the pool under this particular group. But I would like to turn it over to Kayreen Brown, our Senior Executive Vice President, to provide some framework before she turns it over to a member of our real estate team, Walker. But Kayreen?
Thank you, President Andrews. Good morning, commissioners and staff, as well as the viewing public. For the record, I'm Kayreen Brown, Senior Executive Vice President, and with me is Walker Taylor, and we'll have Ellen Goff, who will assist with answering any questions. Walker Taylor will be presenting in just a few minutes. We're seeking your support to bring this item before the full commission to approve 4 members for applicants to the research, policy, planning, and zoning pool. Just by way of background, the commission throughout its history has always had a planning and zoning consultant to assist us with interpreting land use policy and to also provide us with information that will allow us to advocate for our upzoning and increased density for our assets that, as you know, are located throughout the county. From time to time, the county updates its master plans, and because we're all over the county with respect to our assets, it's important that we're at the table to ensure that wherever our assets are located, when the county is increasing its density or updating its master plans, we're there. We have a seat at the table advocating for our assets to ensure that we're achieving the highest density so that we can, at our choosing or at the commission's choosing, we're increasing the amount of units that we're able to produce at that time or in the future, and thereby increasing the affordable housing in our portfolio. And so in early days, we relied on the services of planning and zoning consultants. And in 2020, we expanded this process by creating a pool to include research and policy as part of the effort that we would have here. And so we created the pool starting in 2020, and subsequent to that, once the pool expired, we've been re-upping the pool by going out to the marketplace to engage with additional firms. And so here today, we're asking for your approval to create this new pool. And they've served us well in that we've been able to advocate for ourselves influence or have our say in housing policy in the county, because the information they provide through their research and discussions with us have helped us to have discussions with the county and give our feedback and input in housing policy throughout the county. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Walker Taylor, who's been spearheading this process, and with help from Ellen Goff as needed, we'll answer your questions. So with that, Walker Taylor is our senior financial analyst in real estate, and I'll have him walk you through the materials that's before you for consideration. Walker?
Yeah, thank you, Commissioners and President Andrews and Senior Executive Vice President Brown. Like Karine said, my name is Walker Taylor. I'm a Senior Financial Analyst with our Real Estate Development team. And this morning, we're seeking the approval to select new research policy, planning, and zoning consultants into the pool established under RFQ 08. And just for a little more added background, previously, HOC executed 2 contracts in July 2016 with Shear Partners and Townscape for planning and zoning consulting services. Then in September of 2020, HOC approved the creation of an RPPZ pool and selected 4 firms into that RPPZ pool. There are currently no additional renewals available for these contracts, so staff issued RFQ 08 and received 4 responses. And staff is seeking to select those 4 qualified firms into the new RPPZ pool. And you can go into the next slide. So approval of these contracts will be funded from individual property or development budgets. And so all task orders given will be funded through those, so no additional HOC funding is needed. And these respondents will have a variety of different skill sets and will be awarded work based upon task orders. Approval of the contracts will be funded, sorry, I already said that, from different development budgets. And you can go ahead and go to the next slide. So our first respondent here is Shear Partners. They've been a part of HOC planning and zoning efforts for years and have been integral in assisting with projects like Hillendale Gateway, the Lindley, Waverly House, and plenty of other projects. So we're very familiar with their work. And like I said, they've been in our pool for a while. So you can go to the next slide, please. So the second respondent here is Townscape Design. Similar to Shear Partners, they've also been a part of our RPPZ pool for years, and they've assisted and continue to assist with projects like Sandy Spring Missing Middle, Garnkirk Farms, Forest Glen, Avondale, and a multitude of other HOC projects. Go ahead and go to the next slide. So here we start with our 2 new respondents. Our first one here is eConsult Solutions. They're a Philadelphia-based firm with expertise in urban economics and equitable economic development and land use in cities and metropolitan regions. Similar to the way the Townscape is supported by SSA and CMS, ESI will be supported by Mead and Hunt for master plan development and revision activities, and Stone Sherrick for all real estate activities. These 3 firms have relevant national experience as well as experience directly in Montgomery County. You can go to the next slide, please. So our second new respondent was a joint response from Moore & Associates and Ballard Spahr. Both bring a wealth of experience in Montgomery County and with RPPZ fields. Ballard Spahr has a very deep zoning bench and have relevant national experience they can bring to present new ideas to HOC, as well as direct experience with DHCA and the planning department. Next slide, please. So each firm was evaluated on the criteria that is shown below, with a required score of 75 points or higher needed to qualify for the pool. You go to the next slide. So all 4 firms scored 75 points or higher, thus qualifying them for the RPPZ pool. In order for a given firm to receive work from the pool, staff will create a task order, and then the task order will be competitively bid by the firms. Staff will then select the firms based on a multitude of factors, including but not limited to their response to a given task order, their capacity to perform the work, their suitability for the task order, and pricing. And you can go to the last slide. But with that, we are seeking the Development Finance Committee's recommendation to the Commission to approve the selection of the 4 firms listed and then authorize the President/Executive Director to execute 4 individual $0 contracts with these selected firms. And I'll open it up to any questions.
Are there any questions from the commissioners?
Just from mine and maybe other people's education, what pot does their fees get paid out of, or is it paid out of by projects?
projects. So it'll be out of different development budgets on an as needed basis, and it'll be baked into the pre-development funding.
Thank you.
No questions.
If there are no additional questions, is there a motion to support the staff's recommendation and send this item to the full commission?
So moved.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion is approved. That was the last item on our agenda, I believe. Are there any other items for discussion today? If not, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
everybody.
Thank you.